You ever had a moment in sales when nothing goes as planned? You walk in, confident you've got your pitch ready, and then suddenly, the customer's dog decides you're the enemy. Yeah, that happened to me. And believe it or not, that same dog ended up closing the deal for me. Want to know how? Let's jump in. So, I'm at a customer's house one afternoon, just a regular sales visit. The plan was simple: show the product, answer questions, close the deal. But the second I walked in, I realized this wasn't going to be regular at all. Because before the customer even said hello, his dog ran straight at me, barking like I owed him money. I froze. The dog's barking, the owner's apologizing, and I'm standing there thinking, well, this is a great start. The customer, let's call him Mike, finally gets his dog Buddy to calm down. He laughs nervously and says, "Sorry, Buddy doesn't usually like strangers." And I said, "It's okay. I get that a lot, from both dogs and customers." He laughed a little, ice broken, but still, I could feel he was guarded, crossed arms, short answers, the kind of vibe that says, "I've seen your type before." Now, here's where most salespeople go wrong. They start talking, fast, pitching, explaining, showing off features. But I noticed something. Every time I said the word new, Mike frowned. Every time I mentioned price, he crossed his arms tighter. So I paused, looked around the room, and that's when I saw it. A small photo frame on the shelf. Mike, his wife, and Buddy, with a big red sold sign behind them. They just bought the house. So instead of talking about the product, I asked, "When did you guys move in?" Mike looked surprised. "Oh, just 2 weeks ago," I smiled. Ah, that explains Buddy's energy. New house, new smells. He laughed. Really laughed this time. Then he started telling me about the move, the chaos, the boxes, how Buddy barked at every delivery guy for a week. And just like that, we weren't strangers anymore. Right when we started talking comfortably, Buddy walked over, sniffed my shoes, and sat right next to me. Mike raised an eyebrow and said, "Well, that's a first. He doesn't sit with anyone." I just smiled and said, "Guess I passed the real test." That's when everything changed. Mike leaned forward and said, "All right, tell me more about what you've got." Boom. Door opened. Here's what I learned that day. The best sales tool isn't your pitch. It's your attention. Most people listen to reply. But if you listen to notice, you'll always find the real key. For me, that key was a barking dog and a family photo. For you, it could be something else. A tone, a look, a pause. By the end, Mike wasn't asking about price anymore. He was asking about installation times. He smiled, shook my hand, and said, "Buddy likes you. That's good enough for me." And I thought, if only all deals came with a dog approval system. So here's the takeaway. Sales isn't about talking your way through. It's about observing your way in. People and dogs can sense your energy. If you slow down, stay curious, and pay attention, you'll find the signal that opens the sale. And when you do, even the customer's dog will be on your side. And that's how I learned. Sometimes, the best closer has 4 legs and a wagging tail. But seriously, it's not about luck or dogs. It's about paying attention. Because the small things you notice are the big things that make people trust you. So tell me, what's the funniest or weirdest thing that ever happened during your sales meeting? Drop it in the comments. And who knows, maybe your story will be the next video. If you enjoyed this one, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a good laugh or a good lesson in observation. See you next time.